YB stays on your neck.
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So, as you can see on your screen now, Dylan, Lillian Whyte has reacted to Tyson Pillow Fist Fury's fight. This is what he says. I can't believe I stayed up to watch that joke fight. No, I'm joking. He says, I can't believe I stayed to watch that joke of a fight. Fury, at Tyson Fury, at Gypsy King. Should be ashamed of himself, running away from me and fighting these chumps. My mother would have knocked Tom Fury, the bum, out in one round. Gypsy bum. Bum City. Wow. Dillian Whyte ain't pulling no punches, man. Completely murked this dude. Absolutely murked him. And to be honest with you, rightly so. I feel like I went quite easy on Fury. I know people say I'm a Fury hater, yeah, but listen, but what it comes down to for me is put Fury in a good fight. Let Fury versus Wilder happen again. See if I'm criticising him. See if Fury, even if Fury tickles Deontay Wilder to death and wins the fight. See if I complain. See if I slag him off. Absolutely not. If you're in a proper fight against a decent dude, there will be no complaints from YB at all. My issue is he's fighting stiffs and not doing nothing amazing. He literally hit. You saw it on your screen now. He literally hit Tom Schwartz, the dude who quits versus F level fighters. This Schwartz guy quit versus an F level fighter. And the other thing that irritates me is all of the BT squad, all of the Frank Warren group, they all try and shove this down our throat as some risky fight. Are you joking? If Eddie Hearn put this kind of fight on, there would be uproar. Imagine. Even Dillian Whyte isn't even a world champion, and he's fighting credible guys with knockout power. Instead, AJ, for example, he's fighting the very creme de la creme. Fury's meant to be the great lineal champion, is he not? Yeah? And he's not even fighting the caliber of dudes. Like, as an example, look at Dillian Whyte versus Joseph Parker. What Joseph Parker does Tyson Fury have on his record? What one? Who? Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko was 50 years old. Now, don't get me wrong. Vladimir Klitschko was old for the Fury fight, and he was even older for the AJ fight. Simple as that. No doubt, but that doesn't take away from the fact. Fury, he doesn't have a Joseph Parker on his record. He doesn't have, to be honest with you, he doesn't even have a Derek Chisora on his record. Dillian Whyte laid Chisora flat out. None of this bludgeoning and stoppages and boring people to tears. Fury in his prime, may I add. Fury fought Chisora in his prime in 2014. Fury was tip top and couldn't finish Chisora. Dillian Whyte laid him flat out. Unconscious. Beep. Yeah? That's what we do know. That's what Dillian Whyte and AJ are doing. Instead, Fury gets a load of credit. That's what gets me as well. Fury gets credit for this, you know. People are telling me, oh, yeah, YB, I want to hear what you got to say about Pillow Fist now. Wow, are you joking? And I'm glad Dillian Whyte spoke up. AJ annoys me as well, in a way, because I want AJ to come out and slag this guy off, just like everyone's been slagging him off this week. I think AJ, I know we're not going to see a change, but I don't see why AJ shouldn't start giving it out now. Do you know what I mean? After that pathetic performance, and they're all trying to jump on the bandwagon about, yeah, man, this Fury versus Schwartz is going to help build this Fury versus Wilder fight into a $200 billion fight. Wow. They shove it down our throats and expect us to be happy for this. Expect us to be grateful. Are you joking? But I'm glad Dillian Whyte murked him. Can't believe I stayed to watch that joke of a fight. He must have stayed up to watch it. Wow. Should be ashamed of himself running away from me and fighting these chumps. My mother would knock out Tom, the bum, in a round. And she would. No joke, she would. Tom, not being funny, I was giving Tom credit, but what did Tom actually do that night? He's a big 6'6" hard-back man. He stood there and got pillow fisted to death. When you got Fury, a guy that has no power, give him a crack him back. And that's why I believe we knew Schwartz was a quitter anyway. We knew he was. And then what makes me laugh is Fury was offered Oscar Rivas. Now, I don't really rate Rivas, but what we do know is Rivas is an alive opponent. He's not no Schwartz. And Fury didn't want no problems with Rivas. And guess who gets Rivas? Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte do. Like always. Same as Andy Ruiz. Did you see Fury lining up to fight Andy Ruiz? Did you see Wilder lining up to fight Andy Ruiz? Absolutely not. Wilder wants old and shot people, aka Ortiz, aka Bumain Stavern, aka Brazil, Bumzeel. Fury's even worse than Wilder, to be fair. At least when you see a Wilder fight, you know exactly what you're getting, i.e. an old, shot to pieces dude. Fury's actually worse because he tries and pulls the wool over your eyes. He brings in a young guy, a young undefeated guy, and tries to make out he's some killer. Steve Bunce and all the BT squad are going on about, oh yeah, Schwartz is really dangerous, he's a big guy, yeah, he's a big dangerous lump. He's full of shit. It's a complete shithouse. He got in there and did what? How embarrassing. What an embarrassing performance. He stood there with his earmuffs on and couldn't even make it to the end of the fight. When you fight Fury, yeah, it's your responsibility. Any true fighter makes it to the end of the fight versus Fury. Francesco Pianera showed you everything you need to see. You cover up and you keep going. And you throw back when you need to make sure the ref don't stop it. If you get stopped by Fury, there's something seriously wrong. And I'm sorry, but someone's got to do this work. What you want me? Do you want me to watch that fight and then try and make out Fury did something great about? Are you joking? Let Fury stop Ruiz. Let Fury stop Wilder. Let Fury beat Wilder. Let Fury beat Ruiz, and I'll come on here and say, you know what, guys? Fair play to him. He actually took some risk. Whilst he was the favourite to win, he went in there and took some risk. Where was the risk taken in this fight? In the last 5 years, how much risk has Fury taken? 2 fights, literally. Vladimir Klitschko, 50-year-old dude, shot to pieces, and Deontay Wilder, which he got a draw in, may I add. Let's now check out Dillian Whyte's Twitter, because I think he may have had a different response. No, it's the same response on Twitter as well. Can't believe, yeah. But Dillian Whyte, listen, the YB stayed up to watch that fight. I feel it's my duty as a reporter or a YouTube don to do that. But it was bad, man. It was truly bad. Embarrassing. And Schwartz made it worse because how did he get finished? He was on his feet. And he got finished anyway. You know it's bad when you get finished and you're just standing there. There was no protest from Schwartz either. He wasn't saying, oh no, I wanted to fight. He didn't want to fight on. He wasn't hurt. And the sport's in a bad way at the moment, man. It really is. You got people bigging up the fact Fury's doing this stuff, getting away with it. The Dillian Whyte fight was there being offered. Why, Fury fans, explain to me why Fury has not taken that fight. I'd argue Deontay Wilder's a harder fight, or a more risky fight. And to be honest with you, the Dillian Whyte fight, you're going to get paid more than the Wilder fight. Simple, no doubt. It'll be a massive UK fight. I reckon they could probably sell out Wembley for that fight, no doubt. But Fury don't want it. Why not? That's a good stepping stone. Wilder hits harder than Dillian Whyte. Wilder's more athletic, he's faster, has better conditioning, so Dillian Whyte will be a great step up. That said, Dillian Whyte still has power. So in my opinion, if you're going to be able to navigate your way through a Deontay Wilder fight, beating Dillian Whyte should be pretty standard. Does that make sense? If you're confident you can beat Deontay Wilder, Dillian Whyte should be a run over. Because he's slower, he doesn't have as good conditioning, etc, etc. But this tells you a lot. Same as the AJ situation. No one was lining up to fight AJ. No one's lining up to fight Dillian Whyte. That's because they know something. They're insiders. They know both of them have life-changing power. Yeah? There's a reason Wilder fights these old dudes who can't move half sharp. There's a reason Fury's fighting people who are just completely unproven and complete bums. Like Dillian Whyte says. And I'm glad, I keep saying it, but I want Dillian Whyte, this is what Dillian Whyte's doing, what AJ should be doing now. Reminding all these bums that, yeah, you didn't want no problem. That's why you're fighting this bum. So fair play to Dillian for Dillian Whyte. For calling a spade on this one. What an embarrassment. It's funny, people call AJ an embarrassment for that performance. Was it his best performance? Absolutely not. But he's doing it. That's what happens when fans forget this. AJ versus Ruiz is what happens when you fight credible opponents on 5 weeks' notice. That's what happens. That's what happens when you don't have no warm-up fights. This dude, Fury, 30 fights into his career, talking about he needs 8 warm-up fights. What's that about? But Fury, he gets away with it. Yeah, Fury's had such a hard life. He gets given a card to do what he wants, and we're meant to suck him off for it. Give me a break. On a serious note, I can't remember even someone like Takam. Takam is miles above Schwartz, absolute miles above him. At least you know if Takam is going to come and fight. Even Chisora, I'd rather see that fight again. against Fury. But he doesn't want any problems with anyone. Absolutely no one with a pulse.